What's up, YouTube? Happy St. Patty's Day. Today we're going to talk about, I guess this my almost 6 month with the Canon EOS R, and some of my some of the things that I don't like, some of the things that I do like, some of the things that have bothered me, some of the things that I wish I had, and some of the things that I wish I'd done. Let's start with the Canon RF mount. I do have one RF lens. It is the 24-105. I bought this as a kit from B&H, and a couple weeks ago, Sigma was to announce a new lens mount, and I knew in my heart it was going to be Canon RF. I just knew they were going to do it, and they didn't. They announced Fuji, and it kind of broke my heart. I literally had credit card in hand, ready to purchase Sigma RF mount lens. Never happened. It's okay. I sucked it up, and I bought a lens anyway. I ended up snatching up the EF 16-35 2.8 L, and I've pretty much accepted that if I'm going to shoot Canon, that I will always have to adapt lenses. And it's like that adapter just makes it just that much too big to fit my bag perfectly. And it is what it is. Canon's got dominant market share. I mean, they must be doing something right, So I just accepted that I'm gonna have to adapt EF lens. So I picked this up. I think the next one I get is gonna be the Sigma 24-70 art lens EF, and just adapt that. I have a Sigma 70-200 EF. I adapt that. So that's just something that I'm gonna have to accept and move on from. The 24-105 is great. It's tack sharp. I knew that dog was gonna bark. I knew it. I knew it. It was coming. Here she comes. Okay. If you're shooting indoors, you are 100% going to be at 5,000 ISO with this f4 lens. It's the only RF one I got. It's good, but I never use it. And I wish instead of buying the kit, the RF or the 24-105 and the R kit, I should have just bought the R6, because that's one thing that's kind of first on my list, is that the animal eye detect. The R just doesn't have it. I was hoping it would eventually come in a firmware. No such firmware has come. And but it's still, it just doesn't miss. I'm probably like 85% hit rate with this camera. It just does not miss. And that Canon autofocus is something serious. It's serious. But there's just a few things that kind of irk me, and the animal eye detect is one. Another thing is that it does not do auto ISO in C-Log, which, if you're indoors, really doesn't matter, because you're going to have a light and all that, and you'll be able to adjust your lighting. But if you're outdoors or, walking or whatever, it's just the auto ISO is pretty nice to have. The dual SD card slot hasn't been an issue for me. I've never had a card failure. I know that was an issue for a lot of people. That it only had one SD card slot. That has not been an issue whatsoever. Not one time have I had a card failure. But I do buy good cards. I don't buy, knockoff, no-name Amazon cards. I invest in good cards. What's something else? Oh, yeah. This touch bar that I said that it didn't bother me. Well, I may have changed my mind on that. Only because it's not that the touch bar sucks. It doesn't bother me that there's a touch bar there. The absence of a joystick is what bothers me. That touch and drag. So I am a left eye dominant. So I put my left eye to the camera, and it's just hard to do the touch and drag on the screen. Now, the touch and drag is cool if you put your right eye up to it and it's not in the way. But if you're left eye dominant like me, or especially have a big nose like me, that touch and drag is just so hard to do. It's just uncomfortable to reach over there. I've tried the top right. I've tried the bottom right. I've even tried to set it up on my left thumb and do it like this, but I'd rather hold it like this instead of, I don't know, maybe I'm rambling. But yeah, it desperately needs a joystick. But I guess it's a workaround. I mean, it's $1,000 cheaper than the R6. So I guess technically the extra $1,000 that you pay for is a scroll wheel, which is nice. This doesn't have it. It has the D-pad. I don't even touch that ever because it's not a wheel. If it was a wheel, I'd use it all the time. Your aperture is right here, right there on the top, instead of down here. But some people set it up for the control ring. I don't even use the control ring. It's like all the things they brought new. Maybe I'm set my ways. Maybe I'm just stubborn and I won't get with the times. But I don't use the control ring. And I wish I had a joystick and a wheel on the back. Even the battery grip. Let me grab that. Even the battery grip has, your shutter speed, and it has the aperture right there, but no joystick. That just, sometimes you got to move that focus point. And you got to move it quick. I like wildlife stuff, and I just can't ever seem to. I mean, it could be better. But as far as for the money, yes, it's good. Do I recommend you go out and buy it? Well, I guess that depends. But I kind of wish I would have. I'm going to say this quietly, but I kind of wish I had gone with Sony. Only because the E-mount, and it just seems that they give you so much for your money. That was my dog, by the way. That wasn't me. You get the 4K 120, you get the animal eye detect. Now, from what I hear, the hit rate's not as good as the Canon, but Mitch Lally got a YouTube channel. It is great videos. I learned a lot from him. I think he just recently switched to Sony, and he does a great video comparing the two. I think he's sticking with Sony. I just love the colors of they come straight out of camera. I mean, with the auto ISO not being in C-Log, I just tend to shoot in all eye most of the time, and the colors that come out of it are just, they're great. But I guess that about wraps it up. It's been a great camera, and I recommend that you get it, I guess. But if you save up and buy things like I do, if you're not like full-time professional photographer and you're more of a hobbyist, that RF mount is hard to swallow. It's just so hard to. I guess I got a few primes that are affordable. They just announced the 16. I think that's like $200. You can get the 50 for like $200. There's some primes that are affordable, but L glass. And Canon just announced a price increase on a lot of their lenses. This lens just went up by $200. The 70 to 200 is going up by $200. It's not getting any better. And the caps on RF glass, man, like EF, I could do that in the dark. I could close my eyes and I could put that cap on. It's so easy. I fumble with these caps every single time. Never fails. I can never get it right. I see. I just never get it right. Ever. Got it. I don't know. Maybe I'm stubborn. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I need to go back to film. I don't know, but yeah, just adapt your glass. EF mount. There's several different ones of these mounts. I think you got the control ring, which I don't know anybody that uses, and you got the one with the ND filter or CPL. I don't know anybody that uses that one either. So hopefully this will help somebody. It is great. I'll throw some images up so y'all can see what it looks like. And hopefully this video helps somebody. If If it does, hit the like button. That'd be cool. If you think you might want to see some future stuff, hit that subscribe. That'd be awesome too. Or don't. And let me know what you think. Do you have the R? Do you have a Sony? Are you thinking about buying an R? Are you thinking about switching to Sony? I mean, just let me know something in the comments. It's been a great camera. It's definitely more for photos than video. There's no in-body image stabilization. There's digital. It just crops in a little bit. And that's another thing. The 4K is cropped, which isn't bad. I mean, I've got the lens I'm shooting on now, which is a Tokina 11-16. You know, I can throw that on here and shoot 4K. I hate dealing with that big of a file. I tend to shoot in 1080p most of the time. Every now and then I shoot 4K. But I don't know. I guess real estate stuff I do 4K, but more or less just 1080p. And I hope you have a good day. Irish Day. Go celebrate one of the only holidays that celebrate getting drunk. So actually, I'm gonna have to cut that out because that's probably not even cool. YouTube might frown upon that. And anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Thank you for your time. Time is precious. Time means everything. And the fact that any of y'all have sat here and watched this means the world to me. And hopefully I can do something for you. And if you want to do something for me, hit that like button. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.